Welcome to Frazzlecast, a podcast by a Blizzard fan gnome about World of Warcraft and geeky stuff. We are recording live from a tavern. This is episode 33. Each week we are joined by awesome people from around Azeroth and beyond. This week we are joined by Deceiver and Zortz. Hello!
Sup?
I got coffee and a donut. I'm a happy guy.
Nice.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I want coffee too. You didn't give me any coffee, Zortz?
I'll take the donut.
I will cut both of you.
Okay, then, yeah.
I will fight you for it. Especially coffee. Actually,
You
the
will
donut can
lose.
kiss my ass. I will take the coffee.
No, you won't.
I will try.
You will try, and you will fail.
I think I have a good chance.
You just go ahead and keep on thinking that, kid.
Oh, and yeah, Deceiver, you're Oro, O-U-R-O, from Raiding with Leisha has said that he has a rap challenge for you.
Oh,
Wait.
shit.
Rap challenge?
Yep.
I said I could be the bigger douche. I never said anything about rapping.
Okay, well, he has a rap challenge for you, so.
So you can tell him to kiss my ass.
Oh, man.
And
Yeah, I'm tired, so I'm especially not nice.
ooh. Well, then let's
Grr.
get into our past weeks. How has your week been?
Who?
Deceiver, you.
Oh, kind of all overshadowed by net neutrality, which we will be discussing later in the episode. So,
Absolutely, and I think a lot of people are feeling that way. It was kind of a fun day today. Yeah, absolutely.
fun isn't exactly how I'd describe it.
No,
At my school, it was utter chaos. It was basically the internet is over party all day.
no, don't give up the fight. As a lot of people said, it is not over yet. So, yeah, we will definitely get into that. Have you done
Although I
it?
do have a question.
Absolutely.
Something that came up, that it just popped into my head randomly. Well, not randomly. I was reminded by something I put on Twitter. So, when are you going to be wearing the drag outfit and high heels? Gotta be by the end of the year.
That's what you say, but I'm not.
Well, that would be one hell of a disturbing Christmas present to be getting.
I'm giving you a coal for Christmas, so.
Merry Christmas! Look, I'm in high heels and drag. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go bleach my eyeballs now.
So, yeah, I'm going to save you having to put your eyes out this year, so it will be coming at some point. Just.
Okay, but at least do it by the end of January, man, because I don't want to have to wait so long that I forget about it.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, Frasley, we still have it, like, actual recordings of proof that you agreed to it in the first place.
Oh, I know, but.
So no matter how long it is from now to when I forget, when you don't do it, I can always bring it up and hang it over your head until you do it.
Hey, I will do it at some point, so that's definitely not the issue. But,
yeah, sure.
So, Zortz, have you done anything in a while recently?
A little bit of Iron Man this week, but it's been pretty busy at work, so I've been pretty freaking tired. So, not really a whole lot on Warcraft or gaming in general, to be honest. So, I'm a boring freaking guy this week.
So I see you've been on the WoW Challenges podcast quite a bit. I always enjoy hearing you there.
I'm actually going to be on this Saturday for the year-end show.
Nice.
Giving them a tally of how many tunes I murdered this year.
That's awesome. I told Stone that I will be doing an Iron Man. I just have not gotten the will to do it yet.
I've been trying to get you to do the Iron Man challenge for like a year now.
Oh, I know. And I probably have been listening to WoW Challenges even longer than that. So I'm definitely going to do it.
Frasley, I know that you are the guy in charge of this podcast, and you can have me off fast enough to make my head spin, but I'm just going to say this. Get off your lazy ass and make a damn Iron Man character, will ya? We've all done it, but you.
Hey, I'm going to do it at some point. Just not yet.
That's what you said about the Fraz drag.
Fraz
I'm
drag.
still waiting for that.
Fraz drag. I got to write that down. That's actually pretty
That's literally what I was calling the poll on Twitter. Proposition Fraz drag.
Oh my god.
nice.
That is something I don't need in my life. Thank you.
Yeah, but you gotta admit, though, it would be pretty funny.
It'd be horrifying. Who are you kidding?
Well, and again,
I never said it wouldn't be, but it would be funny, too.
Look, the horror would outweigh any comedy value whatsoever.
Yeah, well, I have...
Look, I mean, if that's what you're into, if that's how you live your life, go on it. It is the 21st century. It is a brave new world. Be you. I'm just going to be over here in my little cave like, okay.
No, it's a disgusting and horrifying concept. Don't get me wrong. However, I have a very sick, twisted sense of humor, which I'm sure has been made very obvious at this point.
Oh,
yeah.
Basically, I will laugh at anything short of crying puppies.
Oh,
I will never laugh at a crying puppy.
that's good. That's good. That's
No.
good.
No.
But everything up to that, I will laugh at, for the most part.
Well,
And just for anyone who's wondering, oh, that's a really vague statement. Or are you going to laugh at a Nazi joke? No, those are also beyond crying puppies. So there's a lot past that I won't laugh at.
that's good.
I want to make that clear.
Got convictions and stuff like that, which is great. So yeah, besides doing an Iron Man or wearing Fraz drag, I finally decided to stop buying Hearthstone expansions for now.
You actually stopped paying for something that Blizzard is releasing?
Unless it includes a WoW item.
Ugh. I knew there was
You
a damn
are
catch.
such a whore.
yeah.
Yeah,
Look.
I was going to say that, but you know what? Zort's got to say, you beat me to
Okay,
it.
you know what?
Credit where credit's due.
I love WoW. I've been, it's a great game. I've loved the whole idea since the original RTS games. But I'm not going to go subject myself to games I don't really enjoy, like Hearthstone, which I can't stand, or Overwatch, which I can't play because it makes me motion sick, or Heroes of the Storm, which I'm just bad at. I like it, but I'm horrible at it. Just to get a WoW item. I'm sorry, I don't need the digital shiny that bad. Frasley,
I know.
bruh,
I spent 3 weeks in Heroes of the Storm to get a fire
Look,
bunny.
look.
Yeah?
You
that
call
sounds
yourself
familiar.
the fan gnome. I'm calling you an addict. You have a problem. You need help.
Absolutely, I need,
The first step to solving your problems is acknowledging you have one.
and that's why I'm acknowledging
So
that.
just admit. Oh my God, he's going to admit it. Sorry.
The only thing he's going to admit it was a problem bringing me on this show for a second week in a row.
No, I like it.
Well, that too.
So, but I did finally decide to stop buying the Hearthstone expansions that don't include WoW items because, one, I opened up the game and I had like 200 unopened packs, and two, people were,
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
and I think it was Deceiver it was Deceiver or Tom of the Blue Recluse were saying
Recluse.
Recluse.
Swear to God, Frasley. Zort, you're going to need to help me with this one because I'm tired, so we need to just keep track of whenever he does that crap.
Look, I don't care what it do. Look, look, the only thing I'm here to do is just muddy the waters on things I want to muddy the waters on. I'm not here to babysit Frasley
That's
Fair
good.
enough.
I don't need a baby.
or you.
Finally, someone who's not going to be bugging me about my age. Thank you, then.
I'm just going to run with scissors, but
Go ahead.
You do that. I'm just correcting you on your
You are a
grammar.
grown ass man. You can do what you want, so long as you're willing to face the consequences and repercussions of said actions.
ow, my
Well, he's
eye!
going to be facing those consequences in a very literal fashion if he runs with scissors.
I know.
So yeah, have fun with that.
My eye's
Raz
gone.
drag.
But yeah, I did get my second legendary upgraded to 1,000, so I now have a legendary ring. I worked on.
Still have literally 0 legendaries.
Same here.
I don't know why. I maybe Blizzard likes me for buying all the Hearthstone stuff, so now my RNG is going to go down once I stop buying Hearthstone stuff.
Dude,
You're going to log in and find all your digital shinies are gone with a message in the mail saying, "You stopped buying Hearthstone. I'm mad at you." Signed Ian Hazakostas. That's one for you. There's one for you, Fist.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wait, no, wouldn't it be signed Ian Hazakostas and Benjamin Brode?
Yeah,
Ooh.
Ben Brode. Ben Brode.
Oh,
yeah,
I just appointed Ben Brode too. Oh man.
He's gonna write a song about it.
Oh. Hey, does that mean there's going to be that the elite Tauren chieftains might finally come back together and write a song about how much they hate Frasley?
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
I sure hope so, because I love what
I'm still digging on I Am Murloc. I could get I Hate Frasley.
Nice. So I'll make them make a song about me. I love it. See, I bring people together over hatred of me.
Yeah, screw you.
And I will be seeing Star Wars on Tuesday. And I will not have any spoilers about the movie because I don't want.
Sure, you won't.
And I found out today Alexa can now play music for alarms. Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah, I figured it was. It was just one of those like small little geeky things. I wanted to get that in.
I'm sorry. I don't trust Alexa or anything coming close to AI. I've seen too many. I've watched The Terminator too many times to trust machinery.
That's not my issue. It's the fact that even in an interview, even Stephen Hawking was like, it's inevitable that AI is going to take over the world if we make it self-learning.
Okay. Although, Frasley,
yes,
I have a challenge for you unless you've already done it. What you need to do is ask Alexa what the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow is. And if you don't get that reference, I'm going to be very disappointed in you.
Oh, I've done it. And she quoted the Monty Python.
Okay, good.
And she's not in the room right now, so she didn't even tell me, but I've definitely done that one. And
okay, all right.
And I did find out Frazzlecast will be on Amazon Echo at some point, so you'll be able to ask Amazon to bring up the show.
Yo, Alexa, play Frazzly's crap. Okay.
Hey, this is Frazzle. You're listening to us on the Amazon Echo. How are you doing? This is Frazzlecast. 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 Frazzle.
There was this thing, I think it was about a year ago. I saw it on, it was making its rounds on Facebook and whatnot, where I guess there's like this kids show or something that has a song called Digger Digger.
Oh, dear.
And this kid is like, wants to hear the song, so he asks Alexa, play Digger Digger, and she loaded up some porn.
I heard of that. I saw the video on that. And the
parents were all like, no, Alexa, no! And Alexa's just like, fuck you.
And the kid's like, what did I do wrong? I'm sorry.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
His face was just like so crestful. I want
the future is here and it doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, that tech is definitely cool, but I'm with you on it. It's not trustworthy, especially when it's listening all the time.
Yeah. My brother-in-law was like, hey, we can get you one for your place. I'm like, nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So I'll say it here.
The Google Home Mini is only like $30 right now at Best Buy.
Don't care.
So I know somebody that is paranoid that the government's always watching them. And
this is a transition, isn't it?
No. Same thing with Alexa. I've not gotten into the main topic yet. But this is just based off of what Zort was saying. So somebody I know was thinking that they could buy an Echo Dot on sale for someone I know. They're like, oh no, that person is absolutely paranoid that whenever the check engine light's on in their car, that the government's listening. It's like, we're not going to give them an Echo. It's like, yeah, that's probably giving them a device that could theoretically give to the government at any time. Yeah. Not the smartest move.
Yeah.
But I will do a shot. Somebody else this past 2 weeks.
But Frasley,
yes.
Didn't you know the government's watching you right now?
Oh, no.
They are.
You have an iPhone. They know how to hack it.
That is true.
What's funny is iPhone is like the one thing that they actually do have trouble hacking because Apple won't give them a universal backdoor.
But if you ever wonder why it takes long,
right, okay, I screwed that up. I'm sorry, Internet.
Oh no, they can hack it, but it's just that they actually have to try, which I just find really funny.
Yeah,
I don't know why I find it funny, but I do.
Though, I think it was maybe about a few months ago that there was mention that the FBI held on to some secrets of exploits on the iPhone because of that reason. So whenever the FBI hears about things, this article was saying that they will hold on to that information and not release it. So if you ever wonder why it takes a while for...
The problem with stuff like Big Brother, the government's listening in, is they're not just listening to you at every moment of every day using your phone as a microphone, your computer, your smart home, etc. Thanks to Snowden, we already know that the government also has every single person's unsolicited dick pic they've ever sent or received.
They just have to have a reason to want to go into that information, because someone was saying there's so much noise sometimes. You have to have done something. The second you do something, they can go after you. But until then, they won't. But yeah, somebody else who's messed up. Go ahead.
And what the deceiver just felt the need to inform us. They don't have one of mine. I may be a bastard, but I'm a classy bastard. I don't send that crap.
Me either.
Hey. Yeah. So
you, on the other hand, deceiver.
No, I'm with you, Joe, on that one. I don't send that stuff. Besides, I'm 17, so that would be super illegal.
Yeah. So yeah,
that means the government would have child pornography. So that's
only to the person that received it. God, I am not winning any friends tonight.
Nope.
Well, okay, then I will transition. Somebody else who did not win any friends the past 2 weeks was Patreon.
Shot.
But I did want to follow up on Patreon because I don't trust them, but they are going to take back what they did, and they said that they messed up. They said they're sorry, and they are not rolling out the fee changes. So,
yeah, because they saw all the people that were unpledging and realized we're not going to make any money.
Absolutely. And they saw the money quickly go down like, oh, yeah, that VC funding we rose, we need that money to pay back those investors.
Yeah.
In the immortal words of Family Guy, oh, no.
Well, in Kickstarter, they are bringing out their drip. It's called Kickstarter Drip. There's a service called Ko-Fi, Ko-Fi. That's another service that I've seen people use. So Patreon's like, oh, we are not the only game in town, so we need to be very careful.
So, I mean, they're like, oh, yeah, we hear you. We're not going to roll out these changes, and we're sorry that we didn't actually talk to you, the creators, about this, even though we said we did, and we didn't. Da-da-da-da. And I'm just sitting here thinking, you don't give a shit. You're just looking at that money going away, and you're like, oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, and it's like, we thought maybe creators would be happy that they would be getting 10 cents more per pledge. And again, it should have been a choice on everybody. It should have been a choice. Hey, do I want to pay the fee for the person? And I do want to clear the air that Frazzlecast did have a Patreon page. I closed it down way before this news just because of some different things, but we did have one, and I closed it down. That was just one of those. I started it up quietly, but then I shut it down just because I decided not to continue with it.
So I've never used any kind of crowdfunding. Everything I do is on a budget and out of pocket. So
yeah, well, and for me, at this point, it works better for me just to ask for people's time for listening, but not for the money and stuff like that.
So,
well, you also,
aside from like the whopping 6 cents I get from my Twitch subs, so.
Oh yeah, because of the and I don't know if and I don't want to discuss that.
It's not anything that Twitch is doing. It's the fact I only have like 3 people subbed.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like, but because Twitch takes a percentage of every sub.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that's cool. No, I mean that's how they got to make money.
Oh, absolutely. I'm actually impressed that Twitch has been so willing to give so many people affiliate status. That's actually very cool.
Well, I mean, it's nice, but it's not like the be all end all. I mean,
No.
there's people who are like, oh my god, we got to get partnership. It's like, well, I look at this like the gaming boom YouTube had around 2009, 2010 that has recently really kind of puttered out because of demonetization of videos due to copyright strikes and DMCAs and stuff like that. And now everybody's shifting over to Twitch, and Twitch has experienced this huge boom. It's not going to last. It's going to be like the .com thing. Eventually, that bubble's going to burst.
Yeah.
And you see people that are doing this for a living, and you're hoping because, if you're following them, you're enjoying what they're doing. You're hoping, A, they survive it, and if they don't, B, they have a backup plan. That they're not going to end up going 100% all in on this and then finding themselves with no income.
And I think this year, especially with the YouTube and stuff like that, I think people have realized, yeah, we can't depend on just one source, one person for everything.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm happy with, if I was ever to hit like partnership level, I would still keep my night job.
Smart.
I would still be slinging pizzas and ice creams onto pallets for 8 hours a night.
Probably a smart thing, but using the Twitch money to offset it.
Yeah, but it's just like, that's kind of the danger of new media.
Yeah,
I mean, you had people that were for a while professional Viners.
Yeah.
They made Vine videos all day, little 30-second or 1 minute clips or whatever it is. And what happened? Twitter was like, well, we're not making any money on this. And Vine wasn't generating revenue for Twitch or Twitter. So they ended up pulling the plug on that. So now I read recently, supposedly it might be coming back, ?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it though, but it's like, okay, there's people that are like, oh, I'm going to be a professional Twitch streamer. You really might want to rethink your life plan there, buddy.
Yeah.
If you're a young individual like Deceiver and you want to do that, go to college, get like a degree in something that you at least have something in your back pocket to fall back on. I'm not saying don't try. If that's what you want to do, go for it. But have a plan, man. Have a backup.
Absolutely. Have something that when and if it falls through, you can fall back onto it. Absolutely. Yes. Funny thing about the Vine, I was actually watching a YouTuber named Drew Gooden, who used to be a Vine person, and he talked about his experience when Vine went down. So he moved to YouTube. He's having a lot of fun.
Well, YouTube don't seem to be doing too good either. So
no, absolutely not. I mean,
it's. But getting back to the thing, I mean, like a lot of those people utilize Patreon as well.
Yeah, and
a lot of creators do have Patreon, and I'm not talking like small time either. Like a lot of bigger name individuals did have a Patreon to help offset some costs, especially with the adpocalypse happening on YouTube right now. And then it was like, oh, wait, no, we're not going to be using Patreon anymore. And that's a lot of pledges going out the door. So.
The adpocalypse referring to, I'm guessing, the massive quantities of ads now on videos.
No, the fact that the monetization of videos is a mess right now. People are getting DMCA strikes for literally unknown reasons, and YouTube, as they've historically done, isn't really putting out a lot of information to said creators about why their videos are getting demonetized. So they're calling it the adpocalypse because they're not getting ad revenue.
Okay, I figured it's just because there's like now 3 ads in the middle of a 5-minute long video.
No, I did have to happen to me though. I was watching videos.
I just get YouTube ad block,
which Frazzlecast does not endorse. Just have to,
Yeah, well, Deceiver does.
But yeah. See, it's definitely interesting times with new media and corporations, and I think that does go into kind of what we'll discuss later on about net neutrality. I mean, I think there's a lot of interesting things happening. Did you also see the story of the rating guild that had one?
Limit.
Yeah, where
that I got some shit to say about that.
Please elaborate. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Do you want to lead into that one?
Yeah, so this higher tier rating guild limit, one of their members was having an issue where one of their healers was getting DDoSed till they disconnected during raid times so that another healer in the guild could take their place.
Oh, so it wasn't even from a competing guild.
No, it was from within the guild. It was one of their own people doing it because they were salty. They weren't the first line healer.
Wow.
Yeah. And it took a while for them to kind of figure out what was going on, but they'd be, it'd be raid night. They'd get in there and they'd be, partway through the raid or whatever, and then all of a sudden their main healer would DC without fail. And then the other guy would log in and be like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" They'd be like, "Oh, so and so just DC'd." Oh, well, if he's not going to be able to get back on, which the people I don't know. This is what blows my mind about. I'm gonna have an old man moment. You damn kids today and your technology. The fact that just a normal everyday gamer can actually get people to figure out where one individual is and then disrupt their service blows my mind.
Mine too.
I mean, this is like,
welcome to the wondrous world of technology.
I know a couple like what was it, a year or so ago, where you had that whole swatting thing happening on Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was ridiculous.
Yeah,
thanks, Keemstar.
Like, it's all this next level fucking butthurt ass shit that just blows my mind. It's like, I'm not part of the raid tonight. Well, let me get my buddies to essentially commit a criminal act just so I can play a fucking video game.
Well, and I was listening to the Starting Zone, and they brought up an interesting point that the healer that came on never would have made it to the raid team because his performance was not good enough for what they were needing. So I'm almost wondering if Limit would have been first or second if they did not have this jerk DDoSing that healer.
But, I mean, eventually they figured out, like, literally moments after the first healer with DC, this dude was logging in without fail. It took a little bit of legwork. I don't know exactly how they figured it out, but they were able to connect all the dots, supposedly. Now, in the show notes here, you're saying that there is the point that this might be unproven allegations, but the circumstantial evidence behind it is pretty fucking strong.
Absolutely. I just wanted to bring up that,
indeed,
the good point that it could be guild drama, and this is just the outward facing. But from what I'm hearing, as we get further, it is evidence that this one person is just being a total jerk to somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to get a spot that they did not deserve.
And again, it's, guys, okay, I know people love raiding, they love competitive gaming, they love PvP and stuff like that, but guys, it's a fucking game.
And it's a family. It's a game and a family.
Yeah. It's just...
Actually, I think if you say it's a game, that's going to give a lot more people more of an incentive to back off than saying it's a family, because that might cause more tension for certain people.
Just for fuck's sake, get up from the computer, go have a smoke, get a coffee, get a beer, go into the bathroom and rub one out. Just do something with all that freaking angst.
Yeah. And
Holy fuck!
Some weed would chill that right out.
I'm sorry, Presley. I know that I'm taking this into way our territory.
Oh, no,
rated
but-
our territory tonight, but
I'm with you.
people,
It's
this,
how I.
this is why I quit rating. It's because of stupid fucks like this.
Oh.
Not on his level, but just still stupid. Fucks.
I like how you were like, stupid you caught yourself from saying one curse word and went to an even worse curse word. Stupid
No, but
fucks like this.
I like the emotion because it's what I'm feeling too. So I like the emotion. I mean, again, this person was I can't say the word because it's me, but it's like, yeah.
Well, then just say effing instead of actually saying the word.
This makes me this frothing idiot.
Oh, God.
I knew it'd annoy you too.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why you picked it.
And so I can say the word without saying. But yeah, no, I'm with you. Only reason I said family was your raid team should be people you know, people you rely on, because you are raiding with them for hours on end. Treat them with respect, and hopefully you're building a bond with them. Hopefully you're building a friendship with them. I mean, this is more than just a pug. This is a dedicated raid group.
Back when I still actually used to do raiding with my old guild before they moved to another server, and I was like, yeah, I'm not paying $20 to follow them because I'm cheap. But we all got along. Everyone was able to just get along and have a good time.
Throwback to the last show. You're not only cheap, you also don't have a job.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Hashtag get a job, deceiver.
No, that wasn't the last one. I thought that was the one before.
No, that was
the last one.
Oh,
No, that was last
that was last
week
one.
because I was here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I already clarified in that episode. I'm getting a job at a golf course over the summer, so
That does you no good right now.
So
yeah, because I'm in the middle of the school year. So
I'm going to move us from one jerk to another.
did you just say get a paper route?
Yeah, I did that in high school. I'd get up a little early, throw papers around the neighborhood, go home, eat breakfast, go to school.
Okay, I'm going to say two things. First off, who the hell reads newspaper anymore? Unless you're
Lots of
older
people.
than 30. Zorts.
Excuse me? Look, I can make old man jokes about myself. You don't have that privilege. You ain't
I said
earned it.
older than 30. That's not exactly an old man joke. It's more just a general.
Well, you're assuming I'm older than 30.
Well, based on your old man jokes about yourself, I'd say it's safe to say that you're probably at least 31. Would I be correct with that?
Cannot confirm nor deny.
That's a yes. Don't go off on me. 2017, you better not be assuming, because you know what? Shut the hell up.
Ooh, child. Don't
Hold
make
on a
me come
second.
over there.
Jobless deceiver. Maybe one day he will be a contributing human. Are you saying I'm not human now? I don't care about the contributing part. Are you saying I'm not human?
I don't know. I've never
You'd be
seen you.
right.
You could be some kind of slime mutant for all.
Well, I mean, yeah, a slime mutant that wears a human skin. No, I'm one of the roaches from Men in Black.
Oh,
Jesus.
that explains a lot.
Old
my
man
God.
Zorts, you dusty man, you.
Zeph,
Now you kids, I want to take this back.
Okay, Zorts, at least tell me this much. Are you older than Frasley?
yeah.
Okay, so Frasley, I'm pretty sure you can't call him a kid.
I can do whatever I want.
He's the host. It's his show.
Uh-huh.
So I want to move us into the next one because this is also it's about a bad issue, but I like the result from it. So
And Fraz, us both being semi-retired role players,
yes,
this does hit home for us.
oh absolutely. So
What is it?
I was not aware that there was harassment in the terms of doxing, and I believe doxing is putting personal information about somebody publicly.
Yeah, essentially,
It's you take every bit of personal information that you can either find on the internet or hack away from someone by, hacking their computer, and then either threatening to put it online to blackmail the person or just putting it online because you have a grudge against them.
And,
Yep.
And this usually includes birthday, full real name, picture, address, social security number,
workplace, all that stuff.
all things that I intentionally put out there, but things people don't.
You put your social security number out there intentionally.
No.
Frasley.
I'm not
Frasley.
I'm not like that.
In you.
I'm not like that LifeLock commercial.
Oh, I was hoping you would reference that.
Oh, Jesus. Now what? I know what commercial you're talking about. You don't got to explain to me, but know it.
Hey, Deceiver, I'll let you say more about it, because
477-4747. I'm going to leave it at that.
So
okay. All right, so
anyone who knows.
Now, I find this. I think we should give some context here for the non-role players of what an add-on is.
yes.
For that, what these particular add-ons do that role players use, and there's 3 major ones. There's TRP3, Total Roleplay, My Roleplay or MRP, and XRP. I don't know what the X stands for, but essentially for role players on the roleplay servers in WoW is it allows you to elaborate instead of just seeing the character name. Like, for example, Frasley. Say I run into Frasley in Stormwind. I see his name over his head. Frasley. Okay, there's Frasley. If I actually hover over his tune, it will say Frasley Sparks fan,
Yeah, sorry.
race, gnome, home, Nomergon, age, hair color, eye color, and you can actually, like, it'll actually have a description of, like, what they're up to at that moment, like, down to what they're wearing, what they're reading, eating. Maybe he's playing a tuba. I don't know, but it will tell me what he's doing. And there's also a click where if you want to know more about the character itself, you click to a different tab and you can actually read their biography. It's actually very useful for role players. A lot of people love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, my roleplay was great back when I used it.
Yep. So a lot of people will link like a playlist of music that inspires them to write for their character, or maybe their blog about their character, like their Tumblr blog where they write stories about their character. It's all part of the roleplay community. And yes, we are nerds, but we're the nerds every other nerd makes fun of, and we wear that on our sleeve like a badge of honor. So
Oh, absolutely. I had a lot of fun at Salty Tierman's fishing parties. Those were so much fun. Oh, I have memories.
I mean,
I used to show up to high or blood elf noble parties on my goblin dressed horribly and just sit there and be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? What's going on there?
Nice.
Here, have a cookie. Don't bite the chocolate chip. It might blow your jaw off."
Yeah, that's a goblin.
But what people have been doing with these add-ons is circumventing the in-game block ability. Like, if there's a player that is giving you shit, harassing you, okay, cool. You can report them, you can block them, and you won't see anything in the chat from them. But what people are doing now is putting harassment and doxing into their Total Roleplay 3 profiles, so that when people hover over them, they're seeing shit about whoever this person has an issue with. And then it's circulating around the community, and this person's getting it from all sides now.
Wait, so is it like they're putting personal information from the person they don't like?
Yeah.
Or is it just stuff that they would be able to find by looking at that person in-game either way?
No, this is total out-of-character information that you should only share with the people that you're actually involved with and you trust. But this is going out through these profiles to everybody.
And the person,
that's why I really don't bother saying my name online. To keep it that way, so I don't have to worry about getting doxxed.
Well, and
even if someone were to hack my computer, they would have a lot of trouble finding out even my real name.
Now, the creator of this add-on, Ellipsy, has been, people have talked to him about it, like, hey, this is what people are using your add-on for. And originally, he was, he did reach out to Blizzard, like, hey, we're having this issue. And I guess Ellipsy and Blizz have always had a pretty good relationship with each other. So Blizz originally was just kind of like, yeah, there's not much we can do about it. It's an add-on. We have no control over what people do with it, And Ellipsy's been trying to find a way to figure this out and work out a solution where people can't do this. Now, Fraz, since this is your update, do you want to read it?
Sure. So there is a page, harassment.totalrp3.info, and it's a link to their CurseForge, but it's a link to the latest information. And as of December 12th, Ellipsy has said, I have been contacted by Blizzard about this issue with harassment and doxing via add-on data. They are aware of the issue. They are discussing the means to act upon it, and they will be in touch with me. This is a difficult issue to address, and it may take some time, but be assured that things are moving. And I saw a few places have mentioned, like, hopefully Blizzard doesn't ban the add-on, and Ellipsy has said it does not sound like banning add-ons of this nature are in that. So it sounds like it's going in a very positive direction, and that Blizzard, it sounds like even Ian has said, we are aware of it and we want to address it. So they're taking the RP community seriously.
For once.
I think they could do is part of the add-on could be able to maybe make it so there's a report function within the add-on. So that way you can also stop people. Oh, wait a minute. No, because it's not.
Yeah,
they're harassing you directly. It's doxing.
Yeah, it's. You see, that's the tricky thing about add-ons in these games is the developers have no actual way to access the information or implement anything like that. And Ellipsy, not being an employee or working for Blizzard and not having access to their systems, aside from what he can do to make that add-on, has no way of marrying the two sides together unless that's somehow what they're looking at doing.
And I could see either a check mark on each account saying, hey, this person has the privilege to use add-ons. Not privilege, but the right. Yeah. I mean, because I could see if you abuse your add-ons, that could be a right that's taken away.
Yeah. But then that would prevent them from getting add-ons that have nothing to do with harassment people, just little other things that.
Well, Ellipsy deals with these very specific types of add-ons. He runs Total RP3, and he runs another one called Storyline, which changes how you see quests presented to you instead of just the little box with the scroll saying, we need you to go get 10 bear asses. He doesn't, those are the only two add-ons, as far as I know, he does. He only deals with role-play related add-ons. So this is a very specific and niche thing.
And the thing
I really don't see what a solution could be. I mean, I'm glad they're trying to work together on this, but I got to be honest. It may not be a great solution. There may not end up being a solution. It may not be possible at this point in time.
And I think the most surprising thing about me is if somebody is going to put something about somebody else in their profile, that speaks a lot to that person's character. And I mean, mm-hmm. and I think maybe it can be self-reinforcement, but I do think, and I can see why Blizzard would be very hesitant to want to touch these types of profiles, but I could see Blizzard saying, if you possibly getting into the realm of if a profile is reported and it has doxing information, then we could talk with that person. I think if, again, just like chat, I don't think in chat, if I were to put someone's information in chat, that I would be allowed, because that would be a reportable offense to Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
So I think leave stories alone, but if it gets become a personal thing or a personal attack on somebody, that's when Blizzard should be able to step in and say, no, you cannot do that.
Well, I mean, the thing is, how would they enforce it?
That is true. And like somebody could like...
That's the big issue. How would Blizz or Ellipsy enforce this? Because once you download that add-on to your Blizz account, Ellipsy has no control over it. All he did was make it. There's no administration for it.
And there's no like server.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And yeah, so
it's like any other add-on, like Deadly Boss Mod or Auctionator or anything like that. There's no, aside from updates, that's all he can do with it, as far as I know. I don't make add-ons. I've never made an add-on. I don't exact, for lack of a better term, science behind it. But to me, it's like, okay, I have this add-on now. It's mine.
Well, because like
I can sit here, go into my MRP, and write, Frasley's a big farty giant who needs to get his freaking ass together, and walk around Stormwind like that, and nobody could do anything to it.
Gee.
In all fairness, you wouldn't be wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's also the question then of how do you handle it?
And Fraz,
Like
you got to
telling the
admit,
truth.
both of us having spent a good amount of time in roleplay communities, role players can be very petty and very fucking fickle.
Absolutely. I think it. I have no arguments there.
So I don't put it past them or some of the community. I'm not condemning the whole communities, but there are people in those communities that I do not put it past to get so butthurt over something stupid like somebody else's character concept or somebody else's role play event or somebody else, or maybe there's this person's having a relationship role play with another player that they wanted to, it's probably something so unbelievably dumb. And I'm sorry, I'm getting fired up again here, but Jesus Christ, people, can we not just be fucking decent for one goddamn moment?
Nope.
So I'll say what I always try to tell people. Remember that there is somebody else on the other side of that avatar. Somebody who has a story, a real life story. Somebody who's probably going through struggles similar to what you're going through. Be nice to them. Be kind to them. Don't treat them in a way that you would not want to be treated. And I think I think part of it is, as players, we need to do the best we can with other people. There's joking and teasing, but there's a level where it just turns into being mean. So I'm not saying anything to you two. I'm just saying anybody in general. Just think through whenever you put something out in a profile or anything, what is it saying about you? What are you saying about other people? Just think through. Are you being kind? Are you improving someone's day, or are you destroying someone's day? So
the sad part is there's people out there that don't care.
Yeah, no.
If they're not getting their way, they're gonna do what they can to ruin it for the people that they're having an issue with. And please try that shit with me. I beg you, because I will not just sit there and be like, oh, people are being mean. I will come right back after you.
Oh, yeah. At this point, no one at my school will make the mistake of even trying to look at me funny because they learned the hard way. I'm not going to take that shit. I've never beat anyone up, but I mean, it's like, oh, hey, look, your hair looks stupid. Like, seriously, you're going to be that fucking petty? And you're not even going to try a little bit harder than that? I'm offended that you don't care enough to try.
All right, I've said my piece. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
Again.
Sounds good. So, I think we should move into 7.3.5 PTR stuff. Just kind of move into something that's a little less heavy before we get into our net neutrality stuff at the end. So, they are 7.3.5 on PTR. They're looking at adding holiday transmog trial style categories. So
I'm kind of hoping that they do that because that, I don't know, just I a lot of people I know complained, oh, the trial of style was boring. I thought it would be great. It's so stupid. I had a lot of fun with it, so
I did too.
I'm hoping that actually becomes a thing that does not get removed.
No, and with these with both the holiday transmog trial style categories they saw, as well as the trial style currency that they had, is now a currency on the currency tab. So it'll take up one less bag slot, but it's actually a main currency. So that gives me hope that they're going to do a lot of stuff with trial style, because I enjoyed that too. I enjoyed trying out new transmog, trying out new things. Then one change that's interesting, I hope they bring back the courier title, because they're now for the postmaster stuff, they're going to be giving out the postmaster title instead of the courier title. So I hope that doesn't go away. I like the Postmaster title. I also like the Courier. I want both. And Deceiver, have you seen Gallywix's new model?
He has another one?
Yeah, they've his same model, but he now has a hat and cane.
Didn't he have a hat before?
Or he has a new hat. Because
a new hat. Okay. What's wrong with his other one? Nothing wrong with a good old fashioned top hat. It's classy.
Maybe it's updated and all that, but it was just WoW had said that he has a new hat and cane. So
okay, I'll take a look at that because I always thought that current Gallywix model, that fat one, just kind of looked a little weird.
Oh, and
I'm hoping that maybe they did something to make it look a little bit better.
No, but he's still not wearing a shirt, so it's.
No, it's a vest. Excuse me, that counts as a shirt.
It's a green vest. All I saw was that doesn't hide his stomach. At least on the model I was seeing on
that's the idea of a vest. Is it? It's like a comfortable version of a shirt. It's basically socially acceptable shirtless for all intents and purposes.
But he still has his potbelly stomach. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Thought that was just weird.
But that's Gallywix. Like, I don't care. I'm a goblin. I don't care.
Yeah, what do you want? I don't care. All I want is more money, eh?
Yeah, more money.
So if you don't have anything that's going to make me any money, get out.
I've got a new site called Patreon where you get all the money, but your patrons have to pay 2.9% plus 35 cents, and I get part of that money. Yeah, it's a great way to help your career.
It's a great new system.
Yeah.
Loads more money.
Absolutely.
Always better.
I win, which is great.
And if you disagree, I'll get Cousin Vinny to pop out your kneecaps again. He'll happily do it again, Fresley. He had a lot of fun last time.
It still hurts. Ow.
I'll tell Cousin Vinny that you appreciate the job he did and that you think he did a good job.
Yeah, he did a good job. It still hurts. But hey, it was. If there's anybody that could pop my kneecaps, it'd be him.
Yeah, no one pops kneecaps out like Cousin Vinny.
No, they don't.
Good old Cousin Vinny.
And they've added tabards for the allied races, which makes sense. I mean, a way to build rep with them. Interesting change along with that. Well, not along with that, but kind of they are removing a bunch of older reagents, and they have a new.
I just got a 5-man kill with one rip tire.
What's
Overwatch.
That? Nice.
I am the best aggressive Junkrat you will ever see.
All right, I'm back. I got coffee and another donut. I'm good.
We just discussed your favorite person at Gallywix.
Gallywix.
Oh, you don't like Gallywix?
As far as the racial leaders go, he's just...
I mean, he's perfect for the goblins.
He's just there. Like, that whole storyline during Cataclysm just bugged me. It's like he does all this horrible stuff to his own people, and at the end, when you and Thrall beat him up, he's like, sorry, I won't do it anymore. I swear I'll be a good goblin. And Thrall's just like, okay, you can still be in charge. I'm like, no, put Sassy in charge.
Yeah, it should have been Sassy Hardwrench. It really should have been.
Maybe this new model, this new hat in cane, maybe it means that Gallywix will be killed in the opening cinematic.
One can only hope.
And now we probably have Gallywix watching us. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching you.
Always watching
I just
Mike
slit
Wazowski.
his throat. Just got 4 kills with the Rip Tire again. I'm still getting play of the game.
Nice. So they are also removing a bunch of older reagents, and there'll be now a new rich illusion dust. So, smart. I mean, I just went through my bank and removed a ton of reagents that nobody was buying in the auction house anymore. Actually, I have bag space again. So, this next
is bag space.
It's something that you'll get 4 more of if you have an authenticator in 7.3.5.
Yeah, I think I made pretty clear last episode why I am so not doing that again. And I got play of the game. But yeah, I'm so not putting another authenticator on my account. That screwed me over so badly last time. Never again.
I use an authenticator just because I get a pet. Concordance of the Legion Fall now goes to up to 100, but someone was saying once you get past the Netherlight Crucible stuff, that it doesn't really seem to make sense to put more stuff in. But Cryptarius, Wildhead commenter, was proposing that we could see AK levels increased, which then would make sense. You would get a lot more AP, and then you'd be able to put into coordinate. I'm still working on unlocking all the traits on my main weapon for Fazli.
You haven't even gotten Concordance of the Legion Fall yet?
No, I have that. But I haven't. I've not maxed out Crucible yet. I've been doing the world quests every day to get AP for it.
What's
I haven't done any of that crap. I am so not into any of that. I'm just like, I don't even have a character at 110 yet. I'm just like,
and it's
seriously?
burnt out. I burn out so quick.
And it's
Wow.
it's going to go away in the next expansion anyway. So I mean, I can understand that too. I mean, as long as you're enjoying gaming and WoW and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just like I want to get my couple characters to 110. I've just been lazy about it, but after that, like doing all the world quests and rep grinds, stuff like that. You got to go to Argus, and it's like that's work. That's all work to me. It's not fun.
Hey,
I just do it when I feel like it, so it doesn't become work.
yeah. Well, for me, I listen to podcasts while I'm doing those, so it kind of makes the time go.
Podcast.
You're on one right now.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what this is? I was wondering why you were recording all of us
I
talking.
mean, we are on Twitch.
It's a little
So
odd.
technically, we're a non-recorded video podcast, but we're also on audio recordings. Trial accounts are getting a cap on banked levels, so I mean, it makes sense because they'll be able to play to 20. Interesting thing Blizzard's asking is they're asking people to please test leveling on PTR, and they ask for honest feedback, honest constructive feedback. Interesting idea from Keltus on Twitter, Keltus on Reddit. I saw this from Volstas on Twitter. What if Blizzard were to give a free 110 character boost if you leveled from 1 to 100 on PTR? I actually think that would be
That'd be a good incentive. I'd do it.
I would too.
Okay. Interesting.
If you leveled a character from 1 to 100 on PTR, it's going to go away after PTR. But then, yeah, it gets into the idea of incentivized testing. And then what are people really doing? Are they doing testing? Because I don't think Blizzard's ever given out perks for being on PTR. I could be wrong. I know other games have. Like a Little Big Planet gave me a bug costume because I reported a bug in the beta.
Yeah, rewards are a really good incentive. So, otherwise, what's the reason to be doing the PTR other than to just be doing everything before it comes out and then being burned down on it before it's even released?
Well, and that is a fair point, especially because we have a beta coming up. Zorch, do you have any ideas on that?
Nope. I go into expansions blind. I don't bother doing PTR. I avoid pre-expansion news like the plague. I just want to go in and experience it. So
I'm debating beta for this one. I haven't. I'm opted into beta. I'm debating on doing it just to at least see stuff.
Just don't play it too much like Heel versus Babyface did when he got the beta for Legion. Because he played so much that by the time Legion released, he was already burned out on the entire expansion, which was part of his problem.
Yeah, well, it's the same with, I think, Bellular Gaming. He did so many Legion videos, he said that he got burnt out on it afterwards. And yeah, I agree with Z in chat room. If you do play in the PTR, give constructive feedback. I think like someone on the starting zone said, don't just say, oh, this is awful. They said, you can say, oh, this is awful, and here's what I think you should do about it. Then in the text for the PTR testing, they said 7.3.5 they were describing it as staying up through the holidays with intermittent downtime possible. So my question is, does this possibly mean 7.3.5 in January? Maybe I'm being hopeful because I want.
I don't know.
And because somebody was saying that Call of the Scarab is up in January, and I believe 7.3.5 has some stuff with that. I won't say any more past that without getting into. Yeah. So Wildlands updated their database for 7.3.5. So if you like PTR information, definitely check there. We had talked about Ulduar in Time Walking last week, and Lady Emma had brought up a couple things. Memory Ron's head will drop in Time Walking and things. Herald of Titans has been modified. The new text says defeat Algalon the Observer at level 80 without anyone in the raid wearing weapons, shields, or offhand items higher than item level 232 or any other piece of armor higher than level 226. And
I'm just going to say this. I can't believe that you got Algalon pronounced correctly, but you couldn't say Blue Recluse.
I have a hard time with
Am I the only one who noticed that? Oh my god.
Hey, I really enjoy the Blue Recluse.
Recluse! I swear to frickin' gut. Frasley, I'm trying not to curse here, but you're making me really want to. I've kept it to a minimum for the majority of the episode, but no. Somebody's got to come along and just be like, hey, come curse at me.
I never said that. I wasn't like, hey, Deceiver, curse at me.
I just heard you say Deceiver curse at me. So.
Right. I did just say that.
Good job. You're making your point. Make it carefully.
All achievements that have been completed are legacy, and credit will be given for the new versions. Lady Emma still brought up a point of things that are not done at a time. And yeah, I don't know. I think they have to be. I think there has to be new versions of the achievement for you to still be able to get them. So if you want achievements before 7.3.5, you probably have a few weeks to do it. So definitely do that.
Now, if I've done it before, if I've gotten all the achievements from Ulduar before then, do I actually get to keep my achievement points for it?
That's I would. Well, that's a good question.
Because I don't want to be losing my achievement points, because then I'll be losing almost 200 achievement points because I've done almost every single achievement to do in Ulduar.
Do legacy achievements give you achievement points?
Not normally, and I'm hoping that since they're switching them from main to legacy, that it doesn't drop me from almost 10,000 to back down to like 9,300.
Wow, I have a lot more achievement points than you because I'm way over 10,000.
Didn't we just discuss this like last episode?
Yeah, we did. I can't remember what I ate for breakfast.
Probably.
What did I eat for breakfast?
Frasley, not only can you not say recluse, but you can say Algalon, you also can't even remember what you're doing on your own podcast.
Wait, I'm on a podcast?
Okay, the whole I'm on a podcast thing, that's my thing. Don't take that.
Okay.
Taking my thing is a guaranteed way to get yourself badly injured.
Yeah, Vinny did a good job with my kneecaps. I don't need any more injuring.
Yeah.
So, there is Doomsayer's robes toy. I just think that's kind of cool. No clue when that's gonna.
Wait. Doomsayer's ropes? What?
Ropes.
What?
Doomsayer's ropes.
What? I didn't realize the Doomsayers were suicidal.
It may not be suicidal. It might be something old. No.
Oh God! Something
behind closed doors.
Anyway.
Oh dear!
You know,
wasn't even thinking
the Doomsayers and the Succubus.
Moving on. There is obvious stuff in it regarding the continuation of the story, and I won't talk about that yet. Maybe when it unlocks for everybody, I'll talk about whatever happens. But Play with the Blues PvP on PTR December 19th from 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific. So if you want to play PvP with the Blues, and the Blues are not the Blue Recluse, the Blues are Blizzard. You can play with.
I'm so proud of you. You pronounced it correctly once.
I did not want bodily harm from you, so I was like, I'm just thinking for my life.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping, won't be participating.
Yeah, I'm not gonna participate because I'm not good at PvP.
Yeah, that's a work day. I'm not going to be.
Oh, and I will be watching Star Wars that day at that time.
I won't be watching Star Wars until looks like I'm going to try and hit that matinee on the 22nd or the 23rd, I think.
Nice.
Yep, I'm just going to get up early, go hit the first showing, hopefully have an empty theater, have a popcorn and a beer because we have beer at our movie theater.
You got a heck of a movie theater.
Hell yeah. We can get beer in the movie theater, but we can't buy it on Sunday. Figure that out.
You can't buy it on Sunday?
Blue laws.
What state are you in?
One that apparently believes the 18th century is the best century.
Okay, that cuts it down to about 5 states, and I'm not going to say them because I don't want to offend anyone from those states.
And,
Worst part is I'd probably still be wrong on all 5 accounts.
So, Mythic Argus has been defeated by Method. I just want to, because we talk about rating. So,
I'm not surprised.
Exorcius is second, and Wildhead was saying that so far Limit seems like they're on place for third. If they'd not been having a jerk DDoSing their healer, they could probably already be second or possibly first. Well, no, I'm sorry. Method's a great team. They're hard to beat.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But I think even Method would agree that they would have preferred that they were being, in a fair fight as opposed to one that was kind of being rigged.
Absolutely. LFR Wing 2 Forbidden Descent opens December 19th, same day as seeing Star Wars in the Blues. So I'm looking forward to that because I did LFR Wing 1. I'm going to jump down real quick and then we'll come back. Celestalon is moving on to Hearthstone. So sorry, Celestalon, I will not be buying anything that you produce unless it has WoW stuff. So, but we wish you the best.
You are so petty.
Indeed, he is.
What? I was just saying that I'm not going to be buying.
I'm glad if I can get my digital shiny for World of Warcraft. Yes, quite.
I am not good at Hearthstone.
Yeah.
My nephew beats me at Hearthstone, so I'm not good at
Wingardium Leviosa.
No, it's Wingardium Leviosa.
No, it's Wingardium Leviosa.
I don't know.
So Wintersville, guys.
Yeah, Wintervale. Wintervale starts Saturday. Yay!
Yay, another holiday I'm not going to participate in because I don't like them. I'm such a stick in the mud.
But you get free
Indeed.
toys on Wintervale. It's like you get toys for your toy box. I love it.
Hey, Zorch, remember what you were saying before about he'll do anything for his internet shiny?
Yeah.
He just proved it again for you.
Yep.
I don't have to pay them anything for Wintervale. I just log in to the game.
You still pay your subscription fee.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
I have
You
to.
just got roasted, Frasley.
It's mainline.
Roasted!
Well, to be fair, we all do, so.
Yeah. And even those people
Yeah,
who are
but
coming back on
Frasley got roasted. That's the important thing.
I got oh, you know what that calls for? Getting roasted. That calls for a very
Frasley, I still have a headache.
I'm sorry.
Okay?
Too late.
Yeah.
So Deceiver,
Jackass.
do you know Wintervale lore?
That's one of the few things I actually haven't looked into a whole lot.
Okay. I will pull it up.
Mostly because I just never really cared enough to for once. I can tell you everything about Hallow's End because of Novel, but I don't think he's ever made a Winter's Veil video, so.
Soon as it comes up on my screen, I can talk about Wintervale lore. While it's loading,
I'm actually going to try and find a Novel video now that I think about it. There's got to be something. He's made a video on everything already.
so
He must have something.
for Wintervale, even though you're not interested in the holiday, this can be a real life thing. It could be an in-game thing. What do you want for Wintervale this year? the Seaver Resorts?
As for things that I want for Wintervale, do you mean like real life or in game?
Anything. It can be.
In game, I want Invincible to drop.
Not going to happen.
There you go. The
After
Raven
my
Lord.
500
Give me my
damn.
damn Raven Lord.
Yeah, really. Oh god, don't even get me started on the freaking Raven Lord. I've got like 300 attempts on that shit.
I feel your pain, brother. I'm still trying. After all these years, I'm still trying.
But real life, I would say honestly, there's not much that I really want. I'm not one of those super needy kids. Hold on a second, Zeph. I'm so jealous.
Zeph, just go back to your corner, Zeph. Thank you.
Yeah, go back to the corner. As for real life, though, there's not really much that I really want. I mean, maybe just some computer upgrades, but I've never been an excessively needy child around Christmas. It's fun to get stuff, but I don't need it, so I don't usually want too much.
I'm having issues finding my lore on Wintervale. What I want...
All right, let the master get started on this.
Okay.
If you'll excuse me
Right.
for about...
But anyway, let's see. In-game, Raven Lord. That'd be nice. Out of game, I'll keep those to myself. Could get a little racy in here.
Oh my.
Bradley, the voices are my shit. Back off.
I'm sorry. I want my kneecaps.
Oh, Cousin Vinny's gonna come back and get your kneecaps again.
I'd say what I want for Wintervale is a Hio PR40. It's a mic. But
oh my god, you disgust me.
I know.
Didn't you just get some big mic upgrade?
Oh no. I got a interface and a preamp getting ready for the eventual Hio PR40. I'm saving up for that now. So
what is this madness? Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Oh, 3 years ago, the story of East of Wintervale lore novel. All right, 5-minute video. So I'm going to disappear for about 5 minutes, guys. Peace.
okay.
If what I remember about it correctly, it's a Dwarvish holiday that's...
You cut out. I don't hear you right now.
Yeah, it sounds
What?
like you don't remember anything.
Huh? Hello?
Yeah, but
Hello, Chicago.
yeah, but I hear you.
Okay. From what I know of Wintervale, and this is going to be like a very thing, Dwarvish holiday, everybody else co-opted it. I could be wrong.
Well, I'm just going to watch the novel video because I know he'll get it right. He always...
Well, in
Bye.
I also want to point out there's a good podcast called The Tauren and the Goblin. They did a great episode on Wintervale, kind of from the perspective of the Tauren and of the Goblin. So it's hence the name.
Okay, I'm going to have to check that out.
It's a great podcast. I think it's actually by the people from Mash Those Buttons, like kind of Wild Talk. I think Wookie BH.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. While he's getting lore, the 4th annual Ice Crown Challenge is happening. It started now. I think.
Yep.
Now through, forget what date, but it's happening right now. It is clear Ice Crown Citadel and donate an amount of your choosing. So either like based off your timing of the run, and all of it goes to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Yep.
So-
Yep.
No,
I might actually try that this year. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I never do it.
Yeah, last year I meant to do it, so I'm going to do it, and it's a great charity. That's actually one of the things I love about WoW, in particular, is the community creates these amazing charities.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Project, Gnome Run, or Troll Run for the Trevor Project, Gnome Run for for breast cancer
Cleveland
research.
Clinic.
Yeah, for Cleveland Clinic. I mean, it's amazing. Just all these charities.
Oh man, this year's Gnome Run was crazy.
Yeah. Oh,
Because I was streaming for it, and I was doing this thing where, the way a lot of people do it is they'll take like small change, like nickels, dimes, quarters, stuff like that, and whatever the total number of gnomes who ran, that as accurately as we can track it, would be what you donate, be it with pennies, nickels, dimes, whatever. Well, that was going to be my base donation for every person that, whatever the peak number of people watching the stream was, I would then add $1 for every one of those, plus any cheer bits or subs I got. The monetary value of those were added to it, and I ended up raking in $155 to the Cleveland Clinic.
Nice.
So, yep.
And I think a lot of that increased publicity was because Blizzard added an event for it. So I think this year attendance was higher.
The Great Gnome Race one day little mini holiday thing where the course that the players that created the Gnome Run mapped out from Gnomeregan all the way to Orgrimmar, I think it was. They actually had stuff set up, was it? Or was it just Tabuti Bay? No, it was just Tabuti Bay. Had like checkpoints. There was a quest involved. There were like little checkpoints. There were little gnomes on the side of the road cheering you on. There were like the little water stations.
Yes. Oh, I enjoyed those stations and and
it was a nice little touch. And it was like, wow, Blizz has known about it for years, and they've always been supportive of it. But to see them just say, okay, you know what? This is what we're going to do for this one day. We're going to throw this into the game just to give it an ambiance and show our support for it. So I thought that was really cool. I know it meant a lot to Dravi and the rest of the people behind organizing the Gnome Run every year.
And I did the event instead of going with the big event because I knew I was not going to be online for when they did the big thing on the server. So I did it on my own server, and through Cross Realm Zones, I actually was running with a lot of people who were doing the same thing. So it was so cool to see other people doing it. And as we got into Stranglethorn Vale and Duskwood, people actually were running up and down the path to make sure that any enemies that were going to attack.
Yeah, the honor guard.
Yeah. I was like, that was really cool. I almost died twice on that run. I expected to die a lot more.
I sit there, the last couple of years I've run with a Turnwinkle, and I always try to aggro something and drag it back towards him in hopes that it will kill him.
Oh.
Never works. But,
well, that was disappointing.
What?
Oh, the novel video. Basically, it's that the story of Winter Veil is the dwarves celebrated because of a Titan construct that walked around leaving snow in its wake. The Tauren just believe that it's just time to celebrate that they have the land that they have. And everyone else is like, yeah, I don't really care about that. I'm just going to go buy big presents.
That actually sounds a lot like life.
Hey, there you go. But Ice Crown Challenge.
Yeah.
So we kind of strayed from that to the other cherries, but no, the Ice Crown Challenge.
Yeah.
Now, is this now? I'm drawing a blank here because I say I'm going to do it every year, but I'm. Is it? You can solo that, right?
Yes, absolutely. You can solo Ice Crown because it's not yet a time walking. And what they suggest is either a budget of your choosing for the donation or time yourself as how long it takes you to finish it, and then donate
right
either whatever amount you want for that. So I think this year I'm planning on doing it. Just I don't know if I'm planning to do it. And let's get back into I was just thinking Winter Veil. Let's talk about
we've covered Winter Veil.
Yeah. Christy Golden has
before long story short, 2 races care. There's 10.
Everybody else is like gimme.
So
I want the shiny. They're like Presley, they want the shinies.
I want the shiny.
Want their little internet shiny.
Yeah, I want. And definitely check out Tarn and the Goblins Winter Veil episode. Great podcast too. I mean, it's a fun podcast, deep into lore.
Now, Fraz, we did skip over something here.
Well, I'm going to get right back to that one. Christy Golden has said Before the Storm is going into revisions. And from my writing courses revisions is typically closer to the final release of a book. So,
God, I love Christy Golden's work.
oh, me too. And I was surprised to see that it's already to revision. I was like, ooh, we're that so does this mean the book is closer than we think? And possibly the expansion?
The sooner we get the book, the sooner we get the expansion. What is it, like 7 months
Well, I
after
don't
the
know.
book
Was
is
there
usually
like
the
a
expansion.
decent gap between the War Crimes novel and
Warlords?
WAD dropping?
Well, from what I had seen, it seems like there was a pattern of usually about 7 months between when the book releases and then when the next expansion releases.
Well, and
Interesting.
So,
I think
but that was only for some of them, not all of them, because the pattern's a little off because, Blizz.
Before the Storm, I think is slated for. It's slated for. No, I don't want a romantic novel.
Oh boy.
Why is that what it's suggesting you, Frasley?
Before the Storm is a lot of different titles, so.
She gazed deeply into his eyes as he drew close and said, "Where's my shiny?"
Okay.
Oh, God.
Title.
You could even say that it's like it's like the statement made in Harley and the Davidsons in the sense that it can go several different ways. It's like an explosion between your legs. It can go several ways.
This is true.
Title of the
I'm gonna
episode
leave it at that.
is Where's My Shiny?
Swear to God. Frasley, if it wasn't you, or if it wasn't recording on your end, I would see about switching you over to a different channel.
So, Before the Storm on Amazon is slated for June 12th. So, but I can see that. I mean, finishing a book.
Okay, yeah. Because that Blizz usually will release their expansions and new games around November to try and cash in on the Black Friday and holiday shopping,
Which is
maximize the profit. So that sounds like if it's about 6-7 months between novel and expansion, that sounds about right.
Which is weird for me because I'm always of the opinion that it would make more sense to release it in May, have kids who are off school, who are older than 13, because of COPA, playing WoW over the summer. But yeah.
Older than 13, my ass.
Dude, it's
Wow.
it's the retail side of it, man. That is the biggest. That period of time is the biggest. Not just traditional shopping day, but online shopping period.
That is true. I got WoW as a gift on
Christmas.
Christmas.
It's just following the pattern. Now they don't always follow that pattern. They've been known to break from it. But if there's that usual gap between novel and expansion, I would say that's probably what they're shooting for, is closer to the holidays release. So we might be looking at it, but pretty much traditionally, yeah, okay, it's going to be about a year before, which is typical from announcement at BlizzCon to now. So,
Which, and I see what you mean, because like people are like, I want that Warcraft game thing.
I want the Warcrafts.
Yeah.
I want Warcraft and I want it now. If you don't give it to me now, Frasley's gonna get it from Cousin Vinny.
Vinny's in jail, man.
Oh.
What?
Awkward.
When did Vinny
Yeah.
get arrested? What happened?
He got caught jaywalking.
Oh, that poor bastard. I knew he'd get caught eventually. I didn't think he'd be caught for that, but I knew it would be something little.
Yeah, well, he
Oh,
had some dame slung over his shoulder. I don't know what's going on.
oh dear.
Look, Uncle Lou, his attorney, is taking care of it, so we should see him in 6 to 9 months.
6 to 9 months? You kidding me? I can get him out in 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's out of state. They're sending him out of state.
So
You kidding?
Anywho,
does Uncle Louis have the same attorney
That's
as
4 weeks.
that Disney used?
Uncle Louis is the attorney.
yeah, he might be.
Because
He might be.
Disney has acquired 21st Century Fox
Shot, by the way, for that awful transition.
Yep.
for
So
Yeah, go ahead.
This is interesting because I'm not gonna like go down the bullet points here, but can we finally get the X-Men in the MCU? Is that a thing that's gonna happen?
I think
Yes.
so. Because, well, did you
Because
see
now there's no legal battle between them.
Ryan Reynolds had a picture released? I didn't look at the date of it, but I saw it today, of Ryan Reynolds being escorted out of the Magic Kingdom, and it said, yeah, you can't blow the Matterhorn. It was Deadpool.
I'm sorry, Ryan Reynolds is a gift from the gods. God bless that man.
Now, am I right that that Deadpool's owned by 21st Century Fox, or am I?
Yeah.
Okay, so
because it's part of the X-Men universe.
So I think that's proof. Disney realizes what they're getting into, because the biggest surprise with Disney, 21st Century Fox is edgier in all of their properties than I ever expected Disney to be. So I think the fact that Disney released that picture and stuff like that also shows Disney understands what they're asking for with these properties. Well, the proof's going to be in the pudding. Yeah. So far with Marvel, it's been good, but Marvel's not been edgy. I mean, they've had...
Yeah, but
Well,
I mean,
they have the
we
occasional
might see
curse
some
word, but-
stuff toned down, but I swear to God, if they screw up the next Deadpool movie, I might just have to burn the Magic Kingdom to the ground.
Yeah, since I'm actually here, I'll beat you to it. But if you want, I'll save half of it for you.
Bring me the head of Goofy.
Okay, no, Goofy's the one who I was gonna let live, but I'll bring you Donald's head.
No, Donald's fine. Donald was the bastard of the Disney characters. He was the one who didn't like anybody. He's fine.
Not Goofy! No!
But Goofy's alright just because he's like I was, which is, as a little kid, which is to say, kind of a goofy idiot.
Okay, but I'm just going to point this out. Here's Goofy. Maybe he's not the guy in the group, but he was a dog who knew how to talk, and he did nothing to help elevate Pluto to a higher consciousness.
That is true.
Selfish
Oh my
bastard.
god, you're right. You're right. I will say, I always wondered how is that Pluto is he's the pet dog, and Goofy and Pete are the walking, talking
I've wondered
dogs.
the same
Exactly.
thing. I've wondered the same thing. And what I want to see, because I'm hoping, when I understand
I'm
Simpsons...
looking at this, and I'm just shaking my head, Fraz.
What?
Looking at what?
If you're going to the bullet point, I think you're going to.
Yep. So, what I understand,
Oh, boy.
I was looking at a couple sites. I believe they own The Simpsons, at least licensing of The Simpsons, and that could also mean Futurama. I want a Wally and Bender mashup. I want a Wally and Bender
Okay, I'm
mashup.
just gonna say this: if they do anything to mess with Futurama and it's bad,
No.
shit's gonna hit the fan and people are gonna die.
I would love a video where Bender and Wally, Bender gets to be who he is, and then Wally's like, I think that would be awesome.
Swallows. Fight my shiny metal ass.
I just think it would be the best video.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
And Wally's like, "Wah."
Actually, my favorite version of Bender is actually...
I think the world would be okay without that, but whatever.
I want
It'd
it.
be okay if they no. It's okay if they used Universe B Bender, the golden one with the gold finish. Because I'm okay if they ruin the one that said, "Bite my glorious golden ass." I'm okay if they ruin that one, but if they ruin "Bite my shiny metal ass," we're gonna have problems.
Oh, and Z also told me Apple was going on a app purchasing spree this week. They're like, Shazam! We now own Shazam. I
Wait,
forgot.
like, do we mean like Shazam is in the superhero Shazam, or Shazam is in
It's
the
Kazam!
O'Neal? What?
It's Kazam.
What the hell are you talking about?
Or did I just get it wrong?
Frazzle, you got it wrong. Last I checked, there is a superhero named Shazam.
Yeah, and he's part of the DC universe.
No,
Yeah, which is why
Kazam
he can go
is
up,
a
I swear.
1998 American musical fantasy comedy film directed by Paul Michael Glasser
I've never heard of this.
and starring
Neither have
Shaquille
I.
What the hell
O'Neal.
of crap is this?
Let me put it in Discord. This is Kazam.
Oh, is this that movie with Shaq as a genie?
Yep.
Frasley, can I please delete this before anyone gets watching it?
That is not something the world needs to be aware of anymore.
Okay.
Here, I'll do
Frasley.
everyone here a favor and save them from catching eye cancer.
Yeah, really.
There
Yeah.
we go.
So
Destroy it. Destroy it.
It's
Bury it
gone.
in the desert like Atari did with the E.T. game, for Christ's sake.
ow. Well, I think
Or
with-
like Uncle Louie did to that guy who counted cards at his casino.
so. I think with
Toofa.
that, let's go into our last segment because I know Deceiver's been waiting all show to talk about this. So, Deceiver, I'm going to give this segment over to you.
Okay, so big issue, net neutrality. Today, December 14th, 2017, the FCC voted to completely get rid of Title II net neutrality regulations, meaning that companies like AT&T, Verizon, and Comcast, the main companies supporting removing these regulations, are now able to say, hey, we don't like Google, so we're going to either charge people a small fortune if they want to use Google websites, or just completely block them altogether and not even let people buy it. And that's a problem because that means there's also going to be issues with different news outlets and press,
Social
being
media,
blocked, social media, etc., being blocked
video
by
games.
Podcasts.
Yeah, podcasts, especially this crappy one.
Absolutely.
But based on potential disagreements on political issues, they'll be blocked. Meaning that if you have AT&T, you're not going to be able to see, I don't know, CNN or Fox News based on whatever AT&T decides. And regardless of whether or not you agree or disagree with CNN, Fox, and etc., they should still be allowed to say what they want to say due to the fact that to have a functioning democracy, we need a proper free press. And this is a big thing. Right now, as a result of the FCC getting rid of it, the, let's see here, it's 38 states are suing the FCC in response. I'm
Yep.
hoping that it works out and that we get our net neutrality back. But
And I
oh,
mean,
yeah, and
we've all seen the stuff online about, net neutrality, the fight for the Freedom Project and all that stuff that, is like, hey, FCC's trying to gut this. And a lot of people are like, sending, writing into the FCC and stuff like that. And that's all well and good, but you got to remember one thing. The FCC is not elected officials. They
Exactly.
don't have any obligation to listen to anything private citizens say.
Absolutely.
They're
And that
appointed
includes-
by whatever the administration, by whoever the administration is, be it a Republican, Democrat, whatever.
yeah,
they're
the
gonna
current guy
they're gonna
is
toe the party line. Period. The end. And while it's good to make your voice heard right from the get go, the minute that this Rod, whatever his name is, this
Ajit Pai.
yeah,
He's
this
the
guy
put in by
became
Trump.
head of the FCC commissioner and said, we're going to do this. He wasn't joking. He was
Yeah,
going to
no.
do it regardless of what everyday people thought. And I hate to say it, the fact that the states are suing, good. The only other hope we have, and I can't believe this is coming out of my mouth, is Congress.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. We have to hope that Congress cuts it off, but I think our biggest hope, really, from a realistic standpoint, is this lawsuit. Because 38 states, that's well over half the states, are
Yep.
suing. That's only 12 states, and it may be
Washington
more.
already pretty much said, we will not abide by this. They're like, we are going to do our own thing. Screw you, FCC.
They actually have to, because I looked into the law a little bit with some help from my friends that the FCC passed, and turns out they made it illegal for states to decide to have their own rules on it if they disagreed with it. So that means, regardless
Oh, yeah.
of what California and New York, etc., think, they still have to follow that rule, which is a little sleazy.
Absolutely.
It's and it's also preventing smaller companies from trying to get a competitive edge by saying, "Hey, we're not going to do this."
Yeah, because AT&T, Verizon, and Comcast are going to end up strong-arming them into doing the same thing, so that way they can stay competitive, or they're just going to buy the company out and give them an offer that these guys can't refuse. That way they can continue to get their...
Now, what some towns have done in the past is they have bought their own ISPs. It's almost like a local municipality. This law also prevents communities from doing that from here on out.
Yep.
What?
So, yeah.
We're not allowed to do anything about it. They basically passed a law saying we get full power.
Yeah, it's pretty much, it's like, hey, you're a big telecom, it's all yours.
Okay, because, like...
They basically gave AT&T, Verizon, and Comcast more power than the president.
Well, and I don't know if people realize Netflix is already having to put in boxes in ISPs to get you the best access to Netflix. Basically, Netflix has to pay, or already has to pay money to get Netflix to you.
Now, check this out. Netflix and Hulu, biggest popular stream entertainment streams, right? Movies, TV, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's see. Verizon has their own. AT&T has their own. Comcast has their own. Gee, I wonder which one you're going to have the most access to.
Well,
not Netflix or Hulu.
Didn't AOL do this with the original AOL stuff? Because, like, wasn't AOL in trouble for, on dial-up, only giving you access to certain sites that they want you to see?
Under a different administration, they got slapped for it. Under this administration, I'm not going to try and get political, but dark days are here, my friends.
Yeah, regardless of your political stances, just the fact that we're about to lose we're potentially about to be losing our entire free press. That's basically, until we can fix it, the end of democracy in this country.
Now,
because then people aren't able to be properly informed about what's going on.
I don't want anybody listening to also say that they need to give up. No, don't give up. They want you to give up.
Definitely don't.
Don't give up. No matter what happens, keep fighting this. I mean, the fact that thankfully we have this much pushback on this is a good sign. Don't just say, okay, I don't like today all the news of, the internet's over. No, the internet's not over.
No.
We aren't going to
keep
stop.
giving people like Ajit Pai crap on places like Twitter, because while I do not condone bullying, continuing to show that you are not happy with what he has done is good, because it shows the states that are suing people still care enough where they're continuing to make
disobedience.
Absolutely.
Emphasis on civil.
Civil, constructive feedback.
You writing an email or a tweet and being like, "You stupid motherfucker," that's not going to do anybody any good.
Say, I'm not
for a guy who
with
likes to curse, telling you not to curse. Come on.
Well,
yeah.
Like during today's vote, I could be wrong. Wasn't there a security threat that came up during the discussion? Like they had to say we have to stop for security, or is that a whole different thing?
I didn't see anything about that.
I was looking at the actual laws, not whether or not people were threatening Ajit Pai.
Okay, and threats are not what you should at all be doing. Again, it's the civil stuff, because when you get to that level, they will actually stop listening when it gets to the threat level. And again, and that's also not legal. But
it's pretty illegal.
But keep giving feedback and don't give up no matter what. Don't let them. They want you to give up. They want you to stop fighting back. Don't.
Right now, people like Ajit Pai and the people who voted against keeping net neutrality in the FCC, those are the people who count on the ignorance of the people who would potentially be putting them into power by picking the politician who would appoint them. They count on you not knowing what's going on. They count on you not caring.
I just want to point something out here.
Trying.
Yes.
Even if you don't live in the United States, this does affect you. Don't mistake this for an American problem, because a lot of the big telecoms like that are in other countries, and they will be utilizing their own resources on that.
Basically, the way the final result in America is going to affect how it goes in countries.
Yeah.
I think
If you're in another country, you should also be making your voice heard at the expense of Ajit Pai, because if it's just a thing in the country, that's, it's great if everyone's saying something. But if it's seen that even all over the world people are upset about it, it's showing more people care, and it's a good thing.
Yeah, and we need to be a role model for other countries, because other countries have done good things because we've done good things. So we need to continue doing good things and standing up for what we believe is right, so that way other people will also do the same thing.
Just because that sounds like it could be slightly misconstrued, that does not mean that we're saying that other countries are lesser than America because America done one or two things first.
Absolutely.
That sounded like someone could hear it a little bit wrong.
And you're right. That's not what I meant. I was saying anybody in the United States, keep fighting for what you know is right. Keep civilly fighting for it, because you will give other people inspiration too. But yeah. And again, I'm not saying that we are better than anybody else, because no, we make mistakes. But yeah.
Yeah, I have a long list of mistakes I can run down that we've made. That's for sure.
That's on a different show. Well, no, and not this show. But I think with that...
Okay, so...
Yes.
Essentially what it is the FCC voted to repeal net neutrality. Congress still has a voice in this, and they haven't voted yet.
Yeah, and it's a horrifying concept that we're actually relying on.
Yeah. So...
It's not
Look
over.
up who your respective representatives are, and email them, tweet them, call them.
Make your voice heard.
Don't go calling and tweeting other states' representatives. That's going to do you no good. Focus on the people that represent where you live.
Absolutely, because many of them have a mandate to listen to people that their constituents. I talked with one senator who can't listen to the same feedback from people who aren't his constituents at the same level as if somebody if somebody that he's representing says something, he gives them a bigger voice. So yeah, they want it. Well, even if they don't want to hear from you, talk to them anyway. But yeah.
Make them hear you.
Yeah, make them hear your voice constructively, with constructive feedback, civil disobedience. Don't be mean about it, but let them know why it affects you, why you disagree with it. And again, you never know. Maybe you can make a difference. So yeah, I think
every call that you make to your representative congressman or congresswoman is going to make a difference, because that's that much more pressure they have to do what you want instead of what fits their personal agenda, regardless of what their political party is.
Absolutely. And many of them keep records of everybody that calls in, so that way they use it for feedback. I think
and these guys all want to get reelected, so if enough people call them and say, hey, we want you to do what's right for us, or we won't reelect you, they're more likely to do what you want.
Absolutely. I think with that, I think we've said all we can say on net neutrality, unless I'm mistaken.
Well, there's one thing I'm just going to say. If there's anything, one thing you should do to make sure this is a little more clear to you as to the concept of net neutrality in general, it's kind of an old video, but check out the video that John Oliver made from his show Last Week Tonight. It's on YouTube for net neutrality. I think there's two that he did. There's net neutrality and net neutrality 2. So check out both of those. Regardless of whether or not you agree with him politically, he does point out a lot of really important information in that video relating to net neutrality. So if you disagree with him politically, try and get past the political disagreements to at least get the important information from that video.
Absolutely. And again, think about it. If you want to still hear this podcast, well, hopefully you still want to, but yeah, fight for...
who wants to listen to this?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I'd rather listen to...
Since I'm busy trying to get Vinny out of prison in 4 weeks.
I think with that... I think...
So are we going to be ending on, I'm trying to get Vinny out of prison within the next 4 weeks?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I say.
Well, thank you all.
I like that ending.
Thank you all for coming tonight to Frazzlecast. We had Deceiver. Where can we find you, Deceiver?
How the hell should I know? Let me think here. Deceiver 13. Deceiver with 2 R's. And Frazzly, I'm going to have you check for me because I have a headache, and I still have a headache, and I don't want to remember. There might or might not be an underscore. Frazzly, please check. So Deceiver with 2 R's, something potentially 13.
Yep, Deceiver with 2 R's, underscore 13. I know this.
Thank you, Frazzly.
Here's the thing. I typed that, and I got nothing.
Did you put 2 R's?
Look at the show notes. I'll show you what I typed.
Okay.
Nothing comes up.
Hey, Deceiver, what's your line?
My line, right. Don't forget to buy Punty McGee's boots. Punting Gnome since 2004.
No, your other line.
Oh. Sounds like a you problem?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one as being a particularly relevant one.
I mean, for anybody listening, what is why we were laughing?
I actually typed out Deceiver with, like, the words Deceiver with 2 R's underscore 13.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I am a giant dork.
So say we all.
That's not the word I would have used, but let's go with it anyway.
I'm a dork too. I'm a Blizzard fan gnome. So, Zorts, where can we find you?
You can find me at Zorts the Goblin. HEGOBLIN, all one word, all lowercase, on the Twitters. And you can find me on my Twitch channel of the same name.
Nice.
I stream most days of the week around 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Sometimes later, sometimes not at all. I keep saying I'm going to put together an actual schedule, and I never do it. And this Saturday, over at twitch.tv/WoW Challenges, I will be on the WoW Challenges podcast for the year-end show, talking about all things Iron Man and Bloodthirsty, and, well, I won't be talking about Pacifist because I don't do Pacifist, but I'll also be giving an update on how many Iron Man challenge tunes I murdered this year.
That is a great podcast. Love WoW Challenges, love Adventures in Azeroth, love Stone and Lita, so yeah, definitely check that out. And yeah, definitely check out Zorts, because Zorts is a hoot. And you can find me at Frazzly.com. Find me on Twitter at Frazzlytastic. You can find the show at Frazzlecast.com. Get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. Send us voicemails, emails, snail mails, pie mails, anything. Until next week, be awesome.
Profit-driven policy change leads to funding freefall. It's the Overly Dramatic News. I'm Hunts the Wind. The Night Elves are an ancient race, so it comes as no surprise that they have a long history of creating beautiful works of art, be it statues, paintings, poetry, or theater. But fine art does not come cheaply, and with the increasing monetary burden of the war against the Legion, support for the arts in government budgets has decreased markedly. In an effort to keep this cultural tradition from fading, Elvish artists recently turned to direct citizen funding as an alternative. They were aided in this by the Order of the Herring, a semi-religious benevolent organization in Ruthven Village, which developed a system for managing contributions. Those wishing to give to the arts would offer their donations on a grassy area between Teldersol's roots near the village, and the order would gather them, tally the total, and distribute them to worthy artists, after taking a small cut for themselves, of course. But last week the order announced a large fee increase, with the bulk of the benefits going to the Middle Elves. Negative reaction was swift, contributions plummeted, and artists were up in arms, or paws, wings, and limbs in the case of druids, over both the financial impact and not being consulted about the new fees. Their benevolent reputation in tatters, the Herring rescinded the plan yesterday. It remains to be seen if their business model, known as Prey-Tree-Lawn, will survive the debacle. Broadcasting across all Azeroth, I'm Hunts the Wind. Check out the archives at overlydramaticnews.com or follow me on Twitter at Hunts the Wind.
Hi, my name is Joe Hogan, and I'm a geek. And if you're currently listening to this, there's a good chance you're a geek too. So check out my podcast, Geektitude. Each week, I talk with somebody about their geek aptitude. Sometimes I talk to people in a geeky profession. Sometimes it's someone doing something really cool with their geekiness. Often it's another geeky podcaster. But it's always someone who wants to share their inner geek. So join me each week as we come together to geek out about all the geeky stuff we love. And remember, this week, keep it geek.
Ludra the Mage here.
And I'm Ben the Mage.
Okay, Ben, I think the cake should go here. And you're building the doghouse, and that needs to go there. And I still gotta get snack treats. And do you think a new dress is in order? Because I totally think that...
Ludra, first off, I don't wear dresses. You know this. Secondly, I don't know how to build a doghouse.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss the Ben the Mage part? Because I swear you called yourself a mage.
What I decide to call myself aside, what the heck are you doing?
We are planning a party, Mr. Doesn't Wear a Dress, to celebrate Una. She's getting a puppy. And the dress is for her and not you anyway.
Well, Ludra party plans based on rumor and conjecture.
Ben, you don't need your order hall table, right?
Make sure to tune in to Battle Pets episode 120. Mission may be accomplished, where we do a little PTR investigating, battle a boss, and figure out the true meaning of friend time.
Okay, I'm gonna put the build your own Sunday bar here instead of this table.
Ludra, Una is a ghost. She doesn't eat, need pretty dresses, or even have a use for any of this.
Anything to get out of building a doghouse, huh, Ben? Where's your holiday cheer?
Humbug!
Welcome to the Frasley Report for Friday, December 15th, 2017. I am Frasley, here to deliver the news regarding World of Warcraft. Here is our top story. The auction house came under massive protest after announcing changes starting on December 18th. Since 2004, the auction houses have been a way to help fledgling sellers connect with willing buyers. The system has seen many improvements. They consolidated to one unified system versus having a different one in each city. They became cross-faction. They added the ability to remotely list auctions on a smartphone and later removed the additional fee for that. The system has made many people rich, while at the same time very poor. The addition of tokens for game time as well as eventually Blizzard Balance brought further success to the already lucrative auction house system. The auction house committee that actually meets in secret in Kazan, we just found out, has decided this week to make some changes. This organization, made up of a member of every playable race to prevent underrepresentation, decided to go ahead with changes to how things were operating. Every auction will now net the seller an additional 2% that is usually taken by the fees. However, buyers will now be charged 2.9% plus 35 copper for every transaction. They claim that they talked with sellers, but some speculate they merely spoke with Gallywix. Gallywix who... Hold on. My station manager is warning that I need to be very careful of saying anything further. Apparently, Gallywix is a sponsor of the show. Gallywix wishes to remind everyone to please buy from the auction house. He only means the best for all of Azeroth. I am moving on with the news. Otherwise, I may end up fired from the Frasley Report. Wintervale starts tomorrow. Great Father Winter will soon be visiting Ironforge, or Orgrimmar, if you're a horde. I am hoping for an official Red Ryder carbon action 200-shot range model air rifle. Huh? My station manager wishes to remind me and the listeners that I'll shoot my eye out. As we enter Wintervale, I wish to say a thank you to everyone who has made our first 4 months a joy. I enjoy being able to sit down here every week to bring the news to you. I never knew a year ago that I would ever have made it to the radio. Thank you for tuning in to the Frazzle Report. You can find us at frazzlereport.com. Until next week, be awesome. Frazzlecast is a fan podcast that covers Blizzard games. We are not affiliated with Blizzard Entertainment. Views expressed by the host and guests are their own. Some of the art, music, and sound effects come from Blizzard games and are owned by Blizzard Entertainment, Inc. No copyright infringement is intended.
Want more awesomeness every week? Visit weeklyawesome.com. Weekly podcasts to make your week better. Remember to smile and be awesome.